Good morning, legends and super legends. See it over here. I'm getting ready to roll today. Didn't ride all week. I wasn't feeling my best. Had a little bit of a bug before I made the video about the team kit, and so I just let my body rest. So this is my first ride since Sunday. So usually when I have a week like this, I just sit in. So we'll see who shows up. I'm just going to sit in and let my body dictate what I do. I know my legs are good because they got the rest the whole week, but it's a matter of how the rest of your body's going when you take off so much time, such a block of time. So I'm taking the orange bike this morning. It's already ready. She's sitting over she's right there in the silhouette. So I got the bottles on there and everything. And today I'm just gonna stick the camera on my helmet and just, film that way. So hope we're getting enough good footage to where you guys can enjoy this ride with me. It's overcast today and it's warm. It's about 25 C to start the day. It's about 77 degrees. That's pretty warm. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. Gotcha. We're rolling off from the start here from the high school. We're starting this week.
Yeah, we're gonna have wind from the south, 15 miles an hour.
I know. I felt it coming here this morning. I felt it riding over here. Yeah.
What Alan's talking about is that we have the wind from the south today, and we can't really tell right now, but it's just calm and it's sticky and humid. So we're kind of just rolling out. We took a few minutes to warm up.
Yes, sir.
It's the business subdivision I've seen every weekend.
Yeah, I tell you, you're right. They always have little chili cook-offs and barbecue, crawfish balls, always something.
I got it in yesterday, man. They had a guy on the mic, the DJ. I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah. It's always something.
Yeah, Paul's saying there's always something going on in this neighborhood. This is my subdivision here. We're heading north, and they always got something going on.
I think it's kind of cool, get people out of the houses.
Yeah.
Get to meet their neighbors. They have the wine tasting once a year. I go to that one with my wife.
That's why
they have
cars
it
are on the right, on both sides of the street.
Center where we stopped yesterday. Our bad.
Yeah, all these cars are on the right because they're attending some event this morning. There's always something going on. There was a car behind, so I moved up because the car's ended, so we can use the right lane now. But right now we're just warming up, 16, 17 miles an hour. We're just kind of rolling, get the juices flowing, Christian rode to the
So
ride.
yesterday I went to sleep at 2 a.m. this morning. Yeah. Just like, I tried to load that video several times. It was very busy. And so I said, I'll try this morning.
The infrastructure of our Wi-Fi couldn't handle stuff last night. Everybody streaming on Friday night. I couldn't get the Giro video to load. So we're rolling here, and the pace is picking up a little bit. We're still kind of warming up. We got the wind behind us, so 20 miles an hour. You can see my heart rate's barely into zone 2.
Yeah, you don't need, you don't have to get Dura-Ace. Yeah. 100 and something, yeah. Yeah, Dura-Ace is too high. Yeah. Yeah, see, Campagnolo, what I do is I buy the cassette, I buy record. Of course the chain is also record. So it's not so bad because super record cassette, too high. Then they have lots of titanium cogs. It's not as durable. They wear more.
Like now I'm checking the
Yeah.
What we're talking about here is Christian is buying another group set. He's going to take the group set off his bike and put it on his son's bike. So we're discussing the options he's looking at for the group set to replace what he's got.
Yeah, you can ride Ultegra chain, Ultegra cassette that will work with Dura-Ace shifters.
And the cranks 2016.
Yes.
Not the last
Yep.
big shift. Otherwise, I make the same thing with Campagnolo.
Yeah.
So Christian does his own build, so he's going to just get the components and build up the frame that he bought for his son.
Watch that truck. Not sure what he's doing. He's going straight.
Christian is the guy who is going to bring he's the Santini distributor that we're going through. So he's one of us, and he's going to help us get a very good price from Santini. So we're getting a break there. So we discussed yesterday, we're trying to keep the price at 75 bucks for the jersey. The shorts will be, he said, around 89. We're trying to keep the design as simple as possible so we don't pick up any extra charges. So he's actually wearing a similar, the kit that I did the display on, that's what he's wearing, that jersey. That was what I did in the video that I made to show. That's the black kit with the black and white on the back. That's what he's wearing today. So Christian is going to be the one bringing us our Santini kit at a much reduced price than you can find retail. And with a custom kit, we're getting a very good price. So I'm taking advantage of the opportunity. Yeah, I'm having breakfast there, my Nutri-Grain bars, just throwing something in the tank. But having been off the bike, I just never felt like myself in this ride until much later. At this point, I'm just trying to kind of wake my body up. So we're rolling down kind of a slight downhill here. So the ride really has not begun in its earnest. We're still just kind of getting out of town. But we're getting into the open areas where we don't have too many stop signs. It's going to pick us. It's the first humid ride we've had of the year. So really none of us were very comfortable with the weather. It made a big difference in how we felt the whole ride. So you can see the pace, it says 3-minute mile or whatever. That's kind of okay pace. It's down to 255. Speed's picking up a little bit. Still trying to finish my Nutri-Grain bars. I eat them in small bites because I don't like my mouth to be too full. Just in case I need to do a hard effort, if something changes in the ride, I don't put too much food in my mouth at one time. So I break them up into 4 pieces. There are 2 bars in that package. I split them in half and I eat one mouthful at a time. This way I drink between mouthfuls. So it's still early in the ride, and that's why I'm eating now. I'm really eating for the last hour of the ride, and that's really what you should do. This ride will be about 3 hours, I'm estimating, maybe slightly shorter depending on how hard we go. But anything over an hour and a half, you want to eat something so your blood sugar doesn't get too low and you don't bonk. Because if you don't eat on a ride longer than an hour, depending on how hard you ride, your chances of bonking increases. And bonking means you run out of energy completely. All the sugar stores in your body runs out. And it's not a good feeling. So for those of you who are not familiar with bonking, I guess I could do a video on that down the road, but it's pretty well documented. You can probably just look it up online and you'll find the details about it. But you don't want to exercise to the point where you have no energy left. Even if you get to your door with no energy, that's not the way to finish a ride. You want to finish a ride feeling like you could do more. that's the way you want to train your body. So on long rides, you want to eat, even if you're not hungry. So you treat it like you're topping off. I'm messing with my shoe here, and I get a gap on that turn, so I have to stand and expend some energy to get back on the wheel here. The pace is beginning to pick up. My heart rate is now approaching the middle of zone 2 for me. The morning here, you can see the temperature is 77. It's 77 with no wind pretty much. There's nothing staring, just real thick humid air, and it just feels like we're riding in a sauna. And you know, having been sitting in an AC unit all week in a room, you know, working indoors, it's hard to get used to this. So I'm keeping my cadence down because I'm still trying to get into this ride. So here we're starting to go up a little grade here. If you look at the grade right here, 1, 2, it gets to about 3%. Yeah, right there. So we're just keeping it kind of steady. I'm probably in a 53.19 or something like that, which is a good size gear for a 3% climb. Normally I spin more, but this morning I just decided to use more force than spinning until my body wakes up. I don't really feel like myself because I had most of the week off the bike. So that's the thing. Sometimes when you're not feeling great, riding a little larger gear than you normally do can help you get by, you know. So it's a little easy here. We're going down a grade here. We're going downhill. And then now we're going back up. This one is not that much. It barely hits 1%. And 2 flashed for a little bit. But it's short. And Christian's pulling. Been sitting there for a while. I did a lot of edits here because we're just riding and I've got the helmet cam. And my plan was to just sit in because I hadn't been riding. So I'm staying in between zone 2, I'm in zone 3 almost now. Zone 2 to 3, I'm trying to stay in there for the most part.
Yeah.
So even though we turn here and it says 0, it's not 0. It's not going to register because it's not quite 1%. But it's a grade. It's like 0.7 or something like that. And you feel it. So I didn't do much shifting. I'm just sitting in the same gear. I may have shifted down 1. And those gloves that I'm wearing, those are the Rafa mitts. I end up later on taking them off because it was just a hot morning. I mean, you know, the good thing was there was no sun. So it's overcast right now. And I'm thankful for it. You see now it says 1% briefly there, went back to 0. But this is a grade. The whole thing's a drag. So we're slowing down because the light's red. There's a light up there. The camera makes it seem further than it is. So it's right up there. So we're just slowing down, hoping that it changes. There were 4 of us at the ride. There's 4 of us riding because whoever's there, we leave with them. So I edited out most of the ride because all we did was we just hammered. This ride was like a record pace. This is on the way back after our stop. And you can see the wind is coming from our right and in front of us. So I'm staying a little to the left of Paul here. This is almost 2.5 hours into the ride. And at this point now, my body's waking up. I'm beginning to feel like myself. So I'm just kind of sitting in a comfortable gear on the back here, keeping it in the mid-80s because of the wind. I'm treating it like a climb. Now somewhere along here, we come across a copperhead snake. And what I did was I slowed it down. So right here, that's the copperhead snake. It's alive. It's crossing the street. And it slows down right there. I did a replay.
Wow. That's a big snake. Wow. That's a copperhead. They're poisonous. That's a copperhead. It's huge. It was alive. It was alive. It was alive. It's trying to get across the road.
Yeah, Christian was asking whether the snake was alive. Christian, I think, and Alan also asked if it was alive. And the copperheads are very common in our area. They're very poisonous. They're beautiful snakes, but they're very, very poisonous. So it was trying to get across the street. I haven't seen one that big. I see the little ones in my yard all the time. But yeah, that's wild. I've been riding for many years and I haven't seen a snake alive trying to get across. That was a new one there. So the wind's coming from the right. We're running an echelon, but the echelon is not staggered because we have wind in our face also. So Christian pulls off the front, and I went ahead and just went by Paul and sat on Alan's wheel. I'm beginning to feel really good. And these guys have been pulling. Early in the ride, I pulled a little bit, but Alan and Christian did most of the pulling. So now that I'm feeling good, I decided I was going to come up here and help out with the pace. And Paul was sick all week, so we're making sure that Paul does not work hard. He was sick all week. That's pretty much how the group riding etiquette works. If you're feeling good, you help out. If you're not, you're better off sitting in the draft instead of going and taking a pull and getting dropped, and then people got to wait for you. Because that really makes no sense. So you're not feeling good, the pace too fast, sit in the draft. Focus on staying out of the wind and staying sheltered so you can finish with the bunch. So Alan pulls off there, and I'll go ahead and take the lead. Now if you watch my speed, I try to keep it the same speed, same effort. My heart rate is going to go up because now I'm in the wind. That's the significance of the draft. So my heart rate goes from 149, it ends up probably at 116. It goes up like 15, 16 beats. The draft is significant. It makes a big difference. You can see, like I said, 163 there. And it was 149. I got out, so almost 17 beats. You know, that's pretty significant. So drafting works. You save a lot of energy when you draft. So I pretty much sat up here for a while, and Paul rolled through. There's an intersection coming up, and so at this point we're backing off the pace here. This ride was pretty hard. This group here, I mean, we got there. Whoever there was at 7:30, we rolled out, and the pace was hot. From the time after our warm up, we just kept it hard. But this ride will be over with before 11 o'clock. We'll probably finish around 10:40, I'm guessing. And we started at 7:30, so we kept it hard, and we stopped for a significant amount of time in Tomball. So we're wrapping up the ride here, and I'm feeling good. So at this point, I decided to just stay near the front here, and I'm watching to see if Alan needs help. And right here, I rolled to the front, keeping the speed close to what he was doing. He was doing about 19, 20, right at 20. So this gives him a wheel smoothly, so he doesn't have to accelerate. And this way I can get to the front and work hard, because now I'm feeling really good. So it took almost 2 hours for me to start feeling like myself on this ride. Hello, legends and super legends. Well, I just got back from the ride, and I don't know if you guys can tell, I am soaking wet. It was humid. I mean, summer is not here yet. You can see I am all wet here. I mean, I wore this lightweight. This is the Rafa Aero jersey. This is the first model Aero jersey from 2 years ago. And it worked pretty well, keeping me dry. I mean, there was not a whole lot of wind. I hadn't ridden all week, which is always tough on the body when you go out to ride. And so I did a few pulls and I sat in. I filmed a little bit for you guys. By now you've probably seen it. But really, I didn't feel good until 2 hours into the ride. And that's just the way my body is. My body needs consistency. And I think it's true for a lot of riders. I felt blocked up the first hour or so. And up until the 2 hour mark, I didn't really feel like myself. So early in the ride, what I did was I kept my cadence down and just rode larger gears and used my strength because my system didn't feel like it was awake and functioning. And then on the way back in the wind with the echelon, that's when I really started feeling like myself. So it was just a strange week. I was very lethargic and tired, and so I rested. You know, and with everything that was going on, I just needed a break from riding. But today I got up eager to ride, and that's always a sign that your body has recovered. So, you know, I wasn't sick, but I wasn't 100% during the week. Up until I made the video on Thursday, I really wasn't feeling like myself all week. So I got the rest in, and, you know, I feel great with this holiday coming. I'm going to ride tomorrow, Sunday. I'm going to ride Memorial Day on Monday. And that should kind of get me back into the swing of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. I mean, I didn't film too much because most of the time we were just riding. I was just sitting in. So hopefully there's enough there to at least get you guys out on your bike. So no matter what, get out there, get your miles in. I'm going to get out of these wet clothes, get cleaned up, and go do something with the rest of this day.